So, I feel like a lot of people are doing robotic affirming wrong. I just bought this like whole ass makeup kit I'll probably give to my children, but I wanted to show how I do robotic affirming while I put on makeup, because I don't usually do my face. Oh, waterproof mascara, cool. That's what this kit comes with. I don't even have this open. Yeah, I gotta open it. So, isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? That's the one that I've been using. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? I feel like a lot of people are too serious when they do it. It doesn't really put you in a lighthearted mood. So, isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? This is what this video is going to be about. Me saying, isn't it wonderful? A bunch of times. And my girls have gotten a lot bigger because pregnancy, but whatever. Like I said, I haven't unboxed. It's like a $20 thing from Walmart. Oh, it's lipstick. Maybe? Yeah. That's what it looks like. So, I'll get that later. Oh, foundation. Cool. Primer. I think that goes on first. I usually, whenever I used to work for this big corporation, right, I would put on mascara and sometimes do my eyes. Maybe a little bit of concealer, right? But not all this. I don't even know what all this is. So, yeah, give me a second to do this. But isn't it wonderful? Oh, brow set. Why is everything waterproof? I will definitely be taking this off. I think I have a trash can. Oh, it's right there. Duh. Smooth butter, yeah, I think that goes on first. There's this eye makeup I've been wanting to try, but I also been wanting to record too. I mean, I was sick for like 2 weeks with my sinuses. I didn't even like know it was a problem until I got like a migraine. Yeah, so that's why I haven't been posting. But I felt inspired to do a few videos, and this is one of them. I do have makeup, but like I said, it's mainly eye makeup. I know how to do my eyes. But I really love natural beauty. I think this whole trend of having people I don't even know how to word it. I don't like the whole I don't like seeing women fuck up their face and think it looks better because of this, because of society. I like natural. I think a lot of women look a lot better without makeup. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. And I do voice it whenever I see someone not wearing makeup. I'm just like, you look gorgeous today. And it'll be like one of those days where they're wearing like as little as possible, but they're still presentable. Like mascara to just make you look like you're awake. Oh, this is foundation too. What was the other one? Is it the same thing? I'm in the South, so whenever I was a teenager, well, preteen, I guess you could say, when girls usually get into makeup. I live in the South, so makeup wasn't that great back then, you know. Invisible cover concealer primer. Oh yeah, primer first, then concealer, pretty sure, and then foundation. Oh look, a little came with little brushes. I didn't expect this to be a really long video, but once I get into the affirmations and of how like I do it, because you're supposed to keep it lighthearted. Why did they wrap them individually? You're supposed to keep it lighthearted, right? And since I'm pregnant, I've been like surging with hormones and thoughts. And if I'm not thinking, you know, a great thought, then first time using it. If I'm not thinking a great thought, and I don't really know what thought to, you know, flip it to make it better. Affirmations. Yes. Affirmations. I'm not used to talking while doing this. But anyways, so I got into meditating years ago. Been doing that. I know myself pretty well, let's just say that. And I know like spirit guides and angels and all of that. Sensing energies, very in tune. But lately, I've been either in my Bible or into saying, "Isn't it wonderful?" Because that's like the basic. So I've just been replacing thoughts with, "Isn't it wonderful?" So I don't really allow myself to have other thoughts. I know it sounds weird, but I'm very analytical. But you can't fully believe God will provide. And work yourself to death to get there, because that's then you doing shit. And yes, there's inspired action, there's intuition, but you really have to be in tune with yourself. Anyways, I've mainly just been doing affirmations because it feels better, and reaching for the better feeling thought. I just choose this affirmation. Okay, isn't it wonderful? It's old, and I think Neville Goddard first started it, whatever. I just heard about it. Don't know. Trying it out. Fuck. I forgot the concealer first. You're supposed to do that. Let me do that. Told you I'm not very good at this. I don't even know if this is my color, but this is what we're doing today. This is what we're doing right now. My child is not up yet. Don't know what I'm doing with all this. Let's just, you know, I don't really have much to conceal besides the sleep that I've been getting, so it's kind of weird, but whatever. And I came with one of these things, but then I would have to wash it, and I don't really like all the fuzzy stuff, whatever it's been getting. Just ignore me doing makeup because I'm not very good at it. I don't know what I'm doing. And it's covering up my freckles. Like, why would I want to cover them up? But whatever. It's fine. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? I will say that saying "isn't it wonderful," I've been doing it for like a week. It has made me feel a lot better. A lot better, okay? Yeah. Isn't it wonderful? This is actually going on pretty smooth. Slightly impressive. But I don't actually wear makeup to know what I'm doing, clearly. Got like a double chin since I'm retaining a lot of water. You gotta drink a lot of water, and then you gotta use the bathroom a lot while you're pregnant, but that's a different subject. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Damn, 10 minutes in and I'm just starting. That isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? I feel like Mrs. Doubtfire. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Not doing that, isn't it wonderful? But like the makeup just kind of feels excessive to me. Isn't it wonderful? And I'm pretty sure I'm doing this all wrong. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Yeah, I didn't even bring. I'll blend it. I'll make it look a little bit better. I think I just put too much on my skin over here. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful, mate? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it life wonderful? Isn't life wonderful? Let me use this actually. I'll just throw it away. Isn't it wonderful? 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 Wonderful. Isn't it wonderful? Wonderful. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't life wonderful? Isn't my life wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't the sky wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? I think I'm gonna move on from this because I don't think it's really know what I'm doing. This is like the most terrible camera I could possibly do it with too. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Yeah, I don't even like this wig, but I do love long hair, so whatever. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? I used to have snake bites. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Never having to struggle again. Isn't it wonderful? Life is so easy and amazing, refreshing. Isn't it wonderful? What is this? Hold on. Isn't it wonderful? What the fuck is this? Concealer? Huh? How is this concealer? Okay. Okay. Isn't it wonderful? What is all this stuff in? Face makeup palette. Isn't it wonderful? It's so wonderful. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Oh, what is this? Isn't it wonderful? Instant lift eyebrow pencil. Whatever. I'll get into that later. Oh, okay. That might be the blush. I don't know. It just says, the box says it's 15 colors concealer palette. So I did my concealer wrong? Is that what you're telling me? What is this? Doesn't even really spread very well. I don't like that. I already concealed. I don't like this. That'll just be, I'm gonna shove that back in the box. I was trying to just use like the new stuff that I got, whatever, this little thing, the kit. Isn't it wonderful? 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 Has made me feel a lot better, so it is very wonderful. Oh, what is? I don't know what that is. Look at that, pretty. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? That green's really pretty, actually. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Helium would be nice. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it, what the fuck is this? I think I already threw the box. Wait, what is this? Hold on. Isn't it wonderful? I don't know what this is. You know what this is? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it face makeup palette? What the fuck does that even mean? That's all it says. That's all it says. Hold on. What is it? So let me look at these colors again. Oh, shit. That looks like a problem for another day. Isn't it wonderful? It makes you feel very wonderful, lighthearted. Isn't it wonderful? I have no idea what I'm doing with these brushes either. This looks like a big brush. Isn't it wonderful? I already used that. Let me put that back in this box. I'll show you the box at the end. Concealer. Cool. Use that. Eyebrow. Looks purple. Oh. I actually like these ones better. And let's do the eyebrows. Hopefully it shows up better on... It does not. It does not. We're just gonna go with it. We're gonna do something with that later. Isn't it wonderful? Looking at myself like this is fucking hilarious. Lift eye pencil. They gave you a pencil at least. I'm gonna have to use some of mine. Not this new box that I'm trying. I have like very nice, way nicer stuff than this $20 box of random shit. Isn't it wonderful? I can't even get this open. Hold on. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? I can't do like British accents very well. My brother does accents pretty well. That definitely was not me trying to do a British accent, by the way. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Sounds like a demon being possessed by me. Isn't it wonderful? What is this? Oh, cool. Yeah, looks like that. Yeah, and this thing. Can't even really see. It's not helping. This is terrible. Isn't it wonderful? This is terrible. And wonderful. Isn't it wonderful? I don't know what I'm doing, okay? Well, I do with my stuff, not this stuff. I'm just gonna... And this camera is not doing well. Me justice. And I'm not doing myself justice. It's okay. It's still wonderful. Look at that. Isn't it wonderful? I'm gonna just do the other side. Yeah, how is this? Beauty standard. I'm doing your eyebrows like that. Definitely gonna need to use my stuff in the end. Isn't it wonderful? It's so wonderful. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Yeah. Isn't it wonderful? What is this? I don't even know like which brush you're supposed to use. Isn't it wonderful? This is definitely not the right one, but we're gonna go with it. Isn't it wonderful? No, I look fucked up. Whatever. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? I get everything that I want. Isn't it wonderful? What is this? I forgot about this. It kind of looks like lipstick. But now sometimes they put like concealer on a lipstick thing. I don't know. No, I'm gonna try to do this. I think this is lipstick. It has lips on it. Isn't it wonderful? This also says lips. Lips. And this. We're gonna get to that again. Isn't it wonderful? 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 Thought about just taking like a whole left turn with this makeup. Isn't it wonderful? Definitely gonna remove this. Alright. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Just wonderful. Isn't it wonderful? I do like these colors. Isn't it wonderful? I don't know what I'm... These are not ideal. Let me see if I can use... I'll use... don't know, let's... I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Not with this. Isn't it wonderful? Spam. Reject. Duh. Might just mess with them, but not today, Satan. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Yeah, never done a video like this, but figured today was the day that I just show y'all what's up. Me not knowing how to do makeup and it turning out wonderful. I'm gonna go with the red because I have a red in there and I'll just try to fix it at some point. Definitely not them. I'm gonna use a different brush because fuck them. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? It's so wonderful. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Oh. Isn't it wonderful? Don't know if this is the correct brush. I'm sure women would tell me. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? I'm not up to date with beauty standards because, you know, I don't care. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? It's so wonderful. Isn't it wonderful? Totally messed that up. Okay, that one definitely looks a lot better. Isn't it wonderful? We're gonna try to blend that the fuck in. Isn't it wonderful? 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 Isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? It's so wonderful. I've been craving orange juice for like weeks now. Isn't it wonderful? It actually is pretty wonderful. Apparently this baby needed orange juice. Not all the vitamins that I take, but okay. Isn't it wonderful? I kind of like the grumpy ones too. Isn't it just so wonderful? Isn't it? Isn't it so wonderful? It's so wonderful, isn't it? Kind of looking better, right? A little bit, perhaps. Isn't it wonderful? I think my kid's up. He's probably like, what the fuck? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Okay. Isn't it wonderful? Looks a little bit better, yeah. Isn't it wonderful? Yeah, I could definitely do a lot better on that one. Okay. Let's just do something right there. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it just so wonderful? Isn't it just so wonderful? Isn't it? Isn't it just so wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Not that brush. Let's go back to this one. Isn't it wonderful? 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 Let me like at least use my stuff. Isn't it wonderful? Yeah. Let's do that first. Isn't it wonderful? It's just so wonderful. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? This is a lot of makeup for me, okay? Ooh, yeah. Here. Let's, make it look like I don't have a double chin for now. Isn't it wonderful? Yeah. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? It's going to be a bitch to get off later, but okay. Hang on. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? I should do an affirmations video. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Don't break. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it so wonderful? Isn't it? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it? Oh, shit. Isn't it wonderful? Yeah, let's do that. Isn't it wonderful? I know this probably looks terrible, but it's fine. Definitely missed a few steps there. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it? I'm trying so hard, guys. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Hi, baby. Good morning. Isn't it wonderful? Hi, baby. Isn't it wonderful? Oh, those eyebrows need work. Isn't it wonderful? Baby, I made you breakfast already. Isn't it wonderful? Here, let's try this, because this is definitely not how I ever wear my face, but I think this is what this is. What the fuck is this then? Not even really showing up. Isn't it wonderful? No, it looks terrible. It looks pink. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it? What is this? Lip balm. Okay. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it? Baby, you were just in the bedroom. Go get your own covers. But yeah, you can give me a second. I'll get it for you. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? I didn't do mascara or eyeliner, but hold on. Let me get this first. This first.
Hey, bigger cover.
You want bigger covers?
Yeah.
Ooh, I will look like a clown. Yeah, I can't even see my lines right now. Isn't it wonderful? Should have done a sugar scrub right. I don't know where it is. Definitely looks terrible. But it's so wonderful. I don't know what the fuck I just put on my lips before this. Didn't really come with instructions. The instructions. I need a manual. A manual. My son's name is Emmanuel, but here. Looks wonderful. Definitely not. I definitely don't even use my phone to put makeup on. For sure. And it looks crooked as shit, but hold on. It's like the most important part is right there. Alright, whatever. I don't look like a clown. For like 5 minutes. Isn't it wonderful? Just end the video like that. Not even put mascara on. I mean, I can fix it. I can definitely fix it. Not right here though, in my own mirror. Isn't it wonderful? I think that's enough wonderfuls for right now. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? My kid's like, Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? It's wonderful. Isn't it wonderful? Seems pretty questionable to me. Anyways, Yes, that's all, folks, because God, this feels terrible. Sticky.
What is this?
It's peanut butter.
How is that?
Yeah, hold on. Let me use my mascara wherever it is. I'll add that. Isn't it wonderful? So if you made it to this point, thank you. You are very blessed. Very blessed. Can't even do this. This might have to wait, because I can't see my eyebrow or my eyelashes. I definitely have a lot. I can't even give it. Looks like terrible. Isn't it wonderful? So yes, I hope you do your affirmations with life and luster. And I actually try to get the thing that you're wanting. Because I love you so much, baby. Because trying causes a lot of resistance. Just efforting so hard. Just so hard. So this is definitely something to ease your mind and make you laugh. Hold on, baby. Make you laugh. Always keep it nice near you. Just in case you need to go through a bunch of makeup that you're never going to use again. Yeah. Isn't it wonderful? Yeah. Makes me look old, in my opinion. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it?